Hey guys, this is Chase. I'm that guy with the gloves. Fist bump, fist bump. There we go, little fist bump. Today is a custom showcase. This is my Macho CM Punk. This is based off of the Basic Series CM Punk, in which he wore the Macho Man's attire, sort of a tribute gear, sometime around when he passed away. So he had the pink trunks with the stars on them. On the back it said CM Punk, and he had those really like bright yellow boots with the white kick pads and stars on the back. So that's what we tried to emulate here. And this I made for Figz. He wanted to use this head sculpt right here, which you saw in some of the CM Punk basic figures, and on the battle pack with Vince McMahon. It's one of my favorite CM Punk head sculpts, so didn't really do a whole lot to that. I just added some paint to it because it was chipping away a little bit. So nothing was done to the face sculpt except just added a little bit of black paint. Now we know that WWE cannot use copyrighted logos, so that's why you never saw Punk with his full set of tattoos. So I decided to add the Pepsi tattoo to his left arm. Did a black outline all the way around, and then just added the red and the blue in there. And on his right arm, we've got the Cobra Tattoo. I was thinking about also adding the Spitfire that's above there, but honestly the writing probably just would have been a little too small for my skill set to handle. Really liking how this turned out. I was kind of talking to Ryan about that, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. I was going to maybe suggest that he use decal paper or something. While he and I were talking about it, I just said, what the hell. I'll give it a shot. If it sucks, I'll just wipe it out. What I'm really happy about is how the rest of the figure turned out. So here we have the trunks. For some reason, I have a hard time making the right shade of pink, you know? Like, I think I actually nailed it with this one. Like, it's a little bit off when you compare it to the basic, but I think it looks much more like how it does in real life, where it's a real bright, real bold kind of pink color. So even though it doesn't match the basic, I think it looks more akin to how it does in real life. The stars are looking okay. They're not totally perfect, but that's as good as I can get them. Did this multiple times, and that's the best time. That's the best set of stars I was able to do on the front. On the back here, it's got CM Punk with the stars on the sides. Those were a pain in the ass. Here's how they look on the basic. Sorry for the blurriness. Yeah, those were a little bit of a pain in the ass. The stars, because they're not perfectly centered, they're kind of, tilted to the side a little bit. Ah, man, I hated that part. The CM Punk font, the first time I did it, it was way too big, so I wiped it out. I actually wiped out the trunks completely. This actually took 2 attempts to get this shade of pink right. Base coated it white, put the pink coat on there, and then it looked good. Putting in the CM Punk font, this turned out way better than I thought it was going to. Nothing was done to the knee pads, they're just from the basic figure. The boots, however, were probably my favorite things to paint. This took only one night. I'm super happy with them. Base coated them white completely, added the stars to the back, and made my own little mixture of paint. Sprayed it twice with a Krylon matte sealer, so that paint should hold up for a very long time. Now let's go over which paints I used. Now for the tattoo, black outline. This is Citadel Base Abandoned Black. For the Cobra and for the red parts on the Pepsi tattoo, Evil Sun's Scarlet. It's a layer. And for the blue part of the Pepsi tattoo, that's Calidor Sky. That's a base. The base, they're usually thicker paints than the layers, so if you want to do smaller details, I would suggest watering down the base coats, just so that the paint's thinner and it's a little bit easier to manipulate. For the boots, I did a mixture of base ceramite white, and then I added in the layer Flash Gets Yellow. This was a really good yellow. If you're not going to mix them, this is a pretty good yellow, but it's a little too bold. So you really want to add in that white to make it pale, so where you can get that shade. Looking pretty damn good. Now the pink, that was a chore. I tried using this one here, Lair Emperor's Children. I just couldn't get it to look right. If you're going to make a traditional Macho Man Randy Savage, that would be a good one to mix with any of the white paint, because you can get it to that pale pink color. But again, Punk's is different. This is a much brighter, bolder pink than a paler pink. I'm saying pink a lot. Pink, 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 pink. So here's what I ended up doing. I bought this this paint here, Vallejo. I'm not certain how you classify it. It's magenta fluo, F-L-U-O. I don't know. I took this, mixed it with the Lair. Now the Lair, like I said, it's not as thick as the base. These two mixed much better than with the base. This is White Scar. So that's how I got it to look like this. Base coated the trunks entirely white using this, and then made a mixture of these two, and that's how you get the pink. And this took about 2 to 3 coats in order to get the pink on there and remove all of the white areas. Now the stars and the CM Punk font, that was made using the Citadel Layer White Scar. Because it's not as thick as the base, like I said, the thinner it is, it's easier to manipulate. It just takes a little bit more coat. So each one of the letters and stars and whatnot, they were about 2, maybe 3 coats, but it goes on very thinly. It doesn't build up or bubble over like how the base can. So that's what I would recommend doing, and those were the paints I used. Now people ask me all the time, what kind of brushes do I use? I just, honestly, I go to Walmart, I find just a random set of brushes. I tried to find ones with fine detail, find ones with, you know, the flat, or that are as flat as you can. So basically I use this one here. This is a number 2 brush. I use that for all of my base coating. So then I use this one here. This is a number 3 brush. I'm not certain what I used this for. I think I might have used it for the white on the kick pads. I know I didn't use it on the trunks. Now this is a 3/0. I'm not too certain. I don't remember what I used this for, to be honest with you. I might have used it on the pink, but I can't remember. I just know it was in my little wheelhouse of brushes there. Now this is a 2/0. This is what I use to do all of the fine details. The stars on the boots, the CM Punk font, the stars on the front and on the back, the Pepsi tattoo, and the Cobra tattoo. When you get paint on this brush, it actually makes it into a very fine tip, and you don't need a whole lot of paint. Don't put a whole lot of paint on your detail brush. You know, just use very little, use very thin amounts. Go slow, and the good thing about going slow and using thin amounts, if you make a mistake and you have to take your like dominant color, the pink, and go over the white areas, it's going to match perfectly because it's already base coated white and you're just putting more white over it. So like I said, so when you're doing these, you can start out being a little bit messy, and you can go over some of these areas using the pink color. You don't have to get this perfectly the first time. And again, practice just makes perfect. Overall, I'm very happy with this Macho CM Punk attire. I know Ryan's pretty happy about it. He gushed over it when we were DMing each other and I was showing him my work in progress photos. So I'm very happy with it. I don't know how Macho feels about it, but hey, whatever. Can't please everybody. Anyway guys, this was Chase from BurnoutInc. I'm that guy with the gloves. Who's gonna fist bump me? You. There we go. Little fist bump. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Shout out to the Patreon peeps. All their channels and links and stuff are right down there in the description box. Not too certain when I'm gonna get back to Chase Arcade and doing reviews in the Hall of Pain. Just sort of taking more time off, getting some stuff together. I am gonna keep doing some customs. I got a project I'm working on with Cap and DGDX that I'm pretty excited about. And I've got my own customs I'm working on right now, so stay tuned for more stuff, and I'll see you next time. No, Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi. Unless you're gonna start video editing, get the hell away from my computer. Now, people ask me all the time what kind of brushes I use. Hey, no. No. when you get paint on this brush, it actually makes it into a... Hey, stop, stop.